Hey guys, AngryMonkey here with a different kind of video. I found this Pokemon quiz where you have to name all the Pokemon, and these aren't in any particular order. You can just type in whoever comes to your mind, and it just times you to see on how long it takes to do it. So I thought, yeah, sure. I mean, I grew up with Pokemon. I've been there since the beginning. Still follow it now. So let's see on how many of these I can remember off the top of my head. If you see like gaps in the time, that is because I would probably have a few minutes of me just blinking and trying to figure out who I don't already have and all that stuff. So I think what I'll do is I'll start with Kanto, name like I don't know the starters and legendaries, other big names, and I figure that if there's an evolutionary line that's in a different region, I'll probably go ahead and fill that in too. So like when I type in Clefairy, I'll type in like Cleffa for Johto as well, stuff like that. And then when I kind of hit a break where I don't have any more like off the top of my head in Kanto, be like, all right, let's try Johto. Let's see on how many Johtos I can list, and then Hoenn and so on. So yeah, let's get started. So we'll start with Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, and okay. So yeah, if you type in Venusaur, I see that it fills in the Mega Evolution, Gigantamax, and other variants. I'm sure it probably does that with like Alola and all that as well. Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard. Spelling is important, unfortunately. Some of these are going to be a little hard to spell, and I'll probably be like, all right, I got to look up how to spell this stupid thing because I don't know. But we'll deal with that when we get to it. So Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise, Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree, Weedle, Kakuna, Beedrill, Pidgey, okay, Pidgeotto, obviously Pikachu, Raichu, and I typed in Cleffa, Pichu. Well, okay, I'll go ahead and do Cleffa, Clefairy, Clefable, and that makes me think of Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff and Igglybuff. Okay. All right, and thinking of the babies, I'm thinking of Magby, Magmar, Magmortar, Elekid, Electabuzz, Electivire. Okay. Smoochum and Jinx, and that's making me think of Togepi because I'm getting all these babies. So Togepi, Togetic, Togekiss. Um. Okay. Back to this. So since I got Pidgey in there, let's get Spearow and Fearow. Oh, Rattata and Raticate. Okay, yeah, it does fill in the Alolan forms and all that. Yeah, I figured it would. Okay, Ekans, Arbok, which makes me think of coughing, wheezing. Other Team Rocket Pokemon, Lickitung and Licky. Yeah, Victory Bell, of course, and that means Bell, Sprout, and yeah, I typed in uh, Weeping Bell, which makes me think of Oddish and Gloom, Vileplume, Bellossom. Okay. Um. Growlithe because of Growly, Arcanine. Um. Okay. Let's back up for a second here. Let's think about Nidoran. Yeah. Nidoran, Nidorina, Nidoqueen, Nidorino, Nidoking. Okay. All right, let's go through like gym leaders. So Brock, Geodude, Graveler, Golem, Onyx, Steelix because of Onyx. And Brock had a Vulpix, Ninetales, Zubat, Golbat, Crobat. All right, let's think of Misty with Staryu, Starmie, Goldeen, Seeking, Psyduck, Golduck, Horsey, Seadra, Kingdra. All right, I'm thinking. Oh yeah, Poliwag. Yeah, she caught that Poliwag in Orange Islands. Poliwhirl, Poliwrath, Politoed. I'll go ahead and type in Corsola. And Cursula as well. Okay. Okay, Lieutenant Surge, Voltorb, Electrode, Magnemite, Magneton, Magnezone, and Raichu, which I already have. Electabuzz I already have. Other electric types. Okay, Zapdos and Moltres, Articuno, Mew, Mewtwo. Okay. Erica, Tangela. Okay, and the Victory Bell, or is it a Weeping Bell? And the Gloom. Yeah, okay. Koga, Venonat, because of the Venomoth that he sometimes has. Venomoth. Grimer, Muck. I already got Coughing and Wheezing. Okay, Sabrina, Abracadabra, Alakazam. Blaine, I already got Vulpix and Ninetales. I got Growlithe and Arcanine. I got Magmar. Alright, Giovanni. Oh, yeah, Meowth. And Persian. Rhyhorn, Rhydon. He's got a Dugtrio, I think. So, Diglett, Dugtrio. Which makes me think of Wiglet and Wugtrio, okay. Which makes me think of Toedscool and Toedscruel because of Tentacool, Tentacruel, okay. So I got all the gym leaders. Okay, Elite Four, Lorelei. Seal, Dugong, Slowpoke, Slowking, Lapras, Cloyster, Shelder, okay. Bruno, Onyx, Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, get Hitmontop and Tyrogue while I'm at it. Okay, he has an Onyx, Machamp, Machoke, Machop, and that is, okay, evolutionary lines, the Geodude line, the Machop line, the Aber line, the Ghastly, Haunter, Gengar, which makes me think of Agatha's other Pokemon, which Golbat I already have, Arbok I already have. Okay, Lance, yeah, obviously Dragonite, Dragonair, Dratini. Okay, so that's like all the important characters. I never really thought about Ash's Pokemon in the anime. I mean, I've got Pikachu, I've got the starters, I got Pidgeotto, Snorlax, Mankey, and Primeape. I sometimes forget that he had those. Krabby, Kingler. Alright, now let's think of like specific areas. Like Safari Zone, because I got Rhydon in there. Scyther, so let's get Scizor and Cleavor in there. Pinsir, which makes me think of Heracross. Executor, Chansey, Blissey, Happiny. Who else? I'm forgetting some big ones. Oh, Kangaskhan. Okay. Tauros. Okay. So we filled in quite a bit of Kanto already. But there's some early ones here that I'm forgetting about. Oh, Sandshrew and Sandslash. Okay. There's a 2-stage line. Drowsy, probably. Oh, no. Okay. Hypno. Trying to think of different teams that I've used in Kanto. I forgot the Eevee line. Alright. Eevee, Vaporeon, Flareon, Jolteon, Umbreon, Espeon, Glaceon, Leafeon, Sylveon. Alright, we got all the evolutions out of the way. Wow, that was a big chunk. Alright, let's think of other big areas. I think I got everything out of the Viridian Forest. Mount Paris. Parasect. Okay, that's what I was missing there. And then Cerulean City. I already got Sandshrew and Ekans and Bellsprout and Oddish. Diglett's Cave is just Diglett and Dugtrio. Cubone and Marowak. I was thinking of the Rock Tunnel. Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty good chunk of Kanto figured out. I just randomly thought of Porygon. So Porygon 2, Porygon Z. Alright. So let's come back to Kanto when I think of some others. So Chikorita, Bayleaf, Meganium, Cyndaquil, Quilava, Typhlosion, and then Totodile, Croconaw for Alligator, and then Spinarak, and Ariados, and Ladybug, Ladyann, Hoot Hoot, Noctowl, Sentret, Furret. Okay, so that's like all the early routes. Alright, let's think of gym leaders, which isn't helpful because they use mostly Kanto Pokemon, but Falconer's a flying type. Let's think of some flying types. Murkrow. And Honchkrow, which makes me think of Misdreavus and Mismagius. By the way, if I'm pronouncing a name wrong, I'm trying my best. There's over 1,000 Pokemon, and people pronounce them differently. So, like Mismagius, Mismagius, Misdreavus. Yeah, sometimes I go with what the anime says. Sometimes I've learned the correct way to pronounce it. Yeah. So, yeah, I've only been doing this for 13 minutes, and I've already named almost 200 Pokemon, which is pretty cool. Okay. Falconer. I mentioned all those. All right. Bugsy, which is Scyther, which I already got, and Kakuna and Metapod, and he should have had a Ladybot and a Spinarak. I got Heracross in there that makes me think of Pineco and Fortress. Because that's a headbutt Pokemon like Heracross is. Apom is one, which makes me think of Ambipom as well. Okay. The Ilex Forest. I don't really think there's anything special there outside of Celebi. So let's go ahead and get those Lugia, Ho-Oh, Suicune, Raikou, Entei. That's Larvitar, Tyranitar. Okay, so we got that all figured out. Okay, so moving up, we're above Goldenrod. Bug catching contest. Yanma. I know you can't catch a Yanma there, but Yanma and Mega. And I know that you can find Girafarig close to there, and Farigiraf. Okay. And then Miltank. I passed over Whitney completely. Probably because that Miltank scarred so many young players' minds back in the early 2000s. Okay. Yeah. Morty only has the Ghastly line. He should have had a Mischievous. That's covered. Jasmine. Well, I think of the Ampharos, so let's go ahead and do that. Flaffy and Mareep. Skarmory. Okay, even though she should have had Skarmory. That's a crime that she didn't. Which makes me think of the other Pokemon found in like post game that don't need to be post game, like Houndour and Houndoom. Slugma, Magcargo. Isn't Quillfish found like really late too? Quillfish and Overquill. Yeah, okay. And speaking of little fish Pokemon, Mantine and Mantike and Remoraid and Octillery. Okay. Okay, Chuck, Primeape, and a Poliwrath. Other fighting types. I'm drawing a blank right now. Okay. Price. Swinub, Piloswine, Mamoswine, Sneasel, Weavile, Sneasler, which makes me think of Weirdeer, so Stantler, and Weirdeer. Okay. Oh, Delibird. Which makes me think of the Iron Bundle, which I forgot about a lot of those Paradox Pokemon. So, Sandy Shocks and Iron Thorn. Is that right? Iron Thorns? Okay. Fluttermane. Screamtail. I forgot about Phanpy and Donphan. So Donphan, Phanpy, Great Tusk, Iron Tread. Okay. Okay. I know there's a lot more Johto Pokemon I'm forgetting about. Like all these Um, oh yeah, Whooper and Quagsire. I'm remembering my Heart Gold team, and got a Clodsire in Scarlet and Violet. Okay. Oh, Hoppip, Skip Bloom, Jump Bluff. Alright, that's close to the Ruins of Alph. Unknown. Natu, Zatu. Oh, yeah, the Elite Four. Okay, Will. Yeah, because he had a Zatu. I think he had a Slowbro or a Slowking, one of the two. Um, Koga. Do I have Crobat? I do have Crobat. Okay. Crobat, Fortress. Trying to remember his whole team. I know Karen had a Houndour and an Umbreon, or a Houndoom and Umbreon, which I got both of those, and Murkrow, Lance, Aerodactyl, which makes me think of Kabuto, Kabutops, Almanite, Almastar. Okay, that was a big chunk I knocked out there. Yeah, because everybody else was, yeah, he had Aerodactyl, Charizard, 3 Dragonite. Um, I skipped over Claire, but I got Kingdra. Gyarados? Do I not have Magikarp and Gyarados? I don't. Okay. So who am I forgetting? I'm almost done with Kanto. Yeah, I got like a 2-stage line, a 3-stage line, and 2 single-stage lines. Um, Farfetch'd. And then Doduo, Dodrio. Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to think that Farfetch'd evolved into Doduo because you got a one-headed bird, followed by a two-headed bird, followed by a three-headed bird. So I thought they were connected, but they're not. They're just all birds. Okay, so yeah, I got 2 single-stage lines and then a 2-stage line. Oh, that's going to be tough. Johto has a lot more I need to fill out. Um, but we'll oh, Wobbuffet. How do you spell that? Okay, and then why not? Azurill. Because Zumarill and Meryl. Okay. Dunsparce and Dunsparce. Is it Dun or no Dud? Dunsparce. There we go. Okay. Who else am I forgetting? Well, it'll probably come to me in later generations. All right, let's move on to Gen 3. Trico, Grovyle, Sceptile, Torchic, Combuskin, Blaziken, Mudkip, Marshstomp, Swampert. Okay. And then what? Wurmple. Okay. Silcoon, Cascoon, Beautifly, Dustox. Trying to think of. I always have a Talo and Swellow. Okay, Ash's Pokemon. Corphish. Crawdaunt. Yeah, because he got the Trico, the Talo, Torkoal, and Glalie, which makes me think of a Snorunt and I typed in Ant. Frostlass. May had Skitty and Delcatty by association. Beautifly. Hmm. Yeah, she had a Munchlax. How'd I forget Munchlax, but I have Snorlax? Okay. Brock, he had the Mudkip. He had a Lotad, Lombre, Ludicolo, Seedot, Nuzleaf, Shiftry. Okay. Oh, Zigzagoon, Linoon, Obstagoon, Poochiana, Mightyena. Okay. Ralts is on that same route as some of these. So Curlia, Gardevoir, Gallade, Iron Valiant. Okay. A two-stage line there. Oh, Surskit? No? Masquerain? There's another two-stage line, like, early route. Well, we'll come back to that. The Hoenn Pokédex is kind of nice, where it's almost in like order that you'd encounter them, sorta. Wait, Wingull, Pelipper. Okay, so now we've made it to, oh geez, Petalburg. So Norman, Slackoth, Vigoroth, Slacking, into the Petalburg Woods, Ninkata, and Shedinja, Ninjask, Breloom, Shroomish. Okay, wow. We've knocked out a good chunk of the Hoenn decks already. And we don't even have a badge yet. Nose Pass and Probo Pass. Okay, that takes care of Roxanne. But that Rust Turf Tunnel, so Whismur, Loudred, Exploud, okay. Going down to Dewford, so Makuhita and Hariyama. There's the Granite Cave where you can find Aron and Laron and Agron, as well as Sableye and Mawile. Okay. Okay, making my way over to Slateport. Okay, above Slateport. Okay, yeah, in between Slateport and Moss Deep. No. Mauville. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So that would be Plusle, Minun, and Electrike, and Manectric. Okay. Next to Mauville is Volbeat, Lumise, Roselia, and so then Badoo and Roserade. And then go up north. We have the desert where we have Cacnea and Cacturn, Trapinch, Vibrava, Flygon, which makes me think of Bagon, Shelgon, Salamence, which makes me think of Beldum, Metang, and Metagross. We got both the pseudos in there. In the desert, Baltoy and Claydol. You got the fossils. Anorith, Armaldo, Lileep, and Cradilly. Regirock, and Registeel, and Regice. Latios, Latias, Groudon, Kyogre, Rayquaza, Jirachi, and Deoxys. Okay. Okay, back to the desert. We are going north. No. The Fiery Path, which Numel and Camerupt, which makes me think of Flannery's Pokemon, which is just those and Torkoal. Okay. Slugma, Macargo, we already got those. Okay, now we're heading up towards Falarber Town, Spinda. I know Zangoose and Seviper are found around there as well. Meteor Falls. I got Bagon, but there's also Solrock and Lunatone. Any other like moon-related things? I mean, like Moonstone, Jigglypuff, Skitty. Okay. So now we're on the volcano Mount Chimney. Spoink and Grumpig. Okay, Lava Ridge Town. I got all that figured out. And then battle Norman. Then go towards Fortree City, where we have Absol, Kecleon, Tropius, Castform. Okay, Winona. Swellow, Pelipper, Tropius in some versions, Altaria, and Swablu. Okay. I'm sure I'm forgetting another flying type. Okay, so then after that, going down towards Lily Cove, Mount Pyre, Chimecho, and Chingling, Duskull, Dusclops, Dusknor, Shuppet, Bayonet. And then we got the gym leaders, Tate and Liza. I already got Solrock and Lunatone. Alright, now we're battling Wallace, Milotic, and Feebas. Okay. Oh, and Barboach. I think he has a Whiscash. If not, I remembered Whiscash. Other water types, because there's a lot of water types. Yeah, Wailmer, Wailord makes me think of Relicanth, because you need both Wailord and Relicanth to get the Regis. While you're down there catching Relicanth, what's it called? Clamperl and Gorbis, Huntail, as well as Chinchou and Lantern. Okay. Love Disc is close to Evergrande. Nothing special in Victory Road. Oh, Carvana and Sharpedo. I was thinking of Team Aqua and Team Magma because I got Camerupt. Sharpedo. Any other fire types? Because there's a lot of fire types, surprisingly. Ponyta and Rapidash. I don't know why. I mean, there's fire types. So that was that two-stage line. Oh man, I'm only 2 away from finishing all of Kanto. Um, and we've knocked out so much of Hoenn as well. So we got a 3-stage line and two-stage lines, and we are done with Hoenn. But I went through all the. All right, let's go through the Elite Four that we haven't yet. So Sydney, Dark types, Absol, Mightyena, Sharpedo, Crawdaunt, Shiftry, Cacturn, Phoebe, Dusclops, Bayonet, Sableye, Glacia, Celio, Walrein. Okay. And Drake, just Flygon, Salamence, Shelgon. Okay. Steven, I got the fossils. I got Skarmory, Metagross, Claydol. Okay. So, wow, only 4 away. And it's going to be like some forgettable Pokemon. Gulpin. That was one. Gulpin and Swallow. Yeah, like I said, somebody forgettable. So one more 2-stage line between Aggron and Electrike. I don't know who that would be. Okay, well, we'll come back to that. Oh, it's going to bother me. We're so close to finishing Hoenn. Okay, let's go to Sinnoh. Turtwig, Grottle, Torterra, Chimchar, Monferno, Infernape, Piplup, Prinplup, and Empoleon, Bidoof, and Barrel, Starly, Staravia, Staraptor. Okay, other early Pokemon: Kricketot, Kricketune, Shinx, Luxio, Luxray. Okay, let's think through my Diamond and Pearl teams. Shellos, Gastrodon, and Buizel, and Floatzel, which makes me think of the Valley Windworks. So Drifloon, Driftblim, okay. I thought I had more than just that. All right. Other early routes, obviously Zubat and Geodude, and I think you can catch Abra, but whatever. Rourke, Cranidos, and Rampardos, and Shieldon, and Bastiodon. Okay. Okay, so heading up towards Floroma Town. Okay, Cherubi and Cherum. Thinking of Gardenia's Pokemon. I know she has a Turtwig as well. Roserade sounds right. Other Pokemon found around that area. Burmy and Wormadam and Mothim. There's the old chateau with Rotom. Okay. I like how when there's other versions of a Pokemon, it kind of flashes between them, like Rotom. Okay. Who else? going south of Eterna back down to Orberg. Because you have your bike. Okay, there's that cave where you can get Gibble. A bite. Garchomp. Okay. I think you find Stunky and so then Skuntank there as well. Glameow and Purugly, thinking of Team Galactic. Metatite and Metacham. That was the... Hoenn is done. Okay. Who would have thought that I would have finished Hoenn before Kanto, though? That's strange. Oh, who am I forgetting? And Ditto. That's one I'm forgetting. Okay, so I am missing one Pokemon left in Kanto. Oh, and he's just a one-stager, so that's going to be so hard. Yeah, because I'm looking like Safari Zone, like Scyther and Pinsir, Tauros, Kangaskhan. It's going to bother me. I still have way too many in Johto as well. Well, I mean, I got Hoenn done. That's cool. All right, back to Sinnoh because whatever. So then we go through Mount Coronet to get to Hearthome City, where we have Fantina, Miss Magius, Gengar, Drifblim. Okay. We got Spiritomb, thinking of ghost types. Spiritomb. Okay. Who else? We got, I forget the little town. There's that little town with the unknown like thing. I keep wanting to say Pastoria, but Pastoria is Crasher Wake, which, all right, well, let's go ahead and think about that. The Great Marsh with Scorpy, Drapion, and Krogunk, Toxicroak, Carnivine. Okay. Which makes me think of Team Rocket's other Pokemon. I mean, Mime Jr., Mr. Mime. That's who I was forgetting in Kanto. And Mr. Rhyme to... There we go. To finish off that line. So, Kanto and Hoenn are done. Okay. And we still got quite a bit in Johto, which kind of bothers me. But we'll just keep going. Trying to think of other Pokemon found around that area. Chatot just randomly popped in my head, so let's go ahead and get him. I mean, I'm doing pretty good. I'm not an hour in, and I've locked in 2 regions, which is good. Okay, so who else? Veilstone, Lucario, and Riolu. Okay. Because I think, yeah, Maylene, Lucario, and Metacham, Machoke, maybe? I'm forgetting. Byron, Bronzor, Bronzong. Okay. I keep seeing... Okay. I saw something flash in Kanto, and it's because Ditto transforms to the last Pokemon that you typed in. That's a cute little charm right there. I like that. Yeah, so whatever Pokemon I type in, watch the Ditto. It's going to transform into the thing I just typed in. That's cute. All right. So around that time, we battle Team Galactic at the lakes. So Axew, I met Azelf, but sure. And Mesprit. All right, Fracture and Axers. I meant to type in Azelf, typed in Axew. All right, whatever. Um, Mesprit, no. Uxie, that's the other one. Yeah. And then Dialga, Palkia, Giratina, Arceus, Darkrai, Shaman. When I thought of Darkrai, Cresselia, Heatran, Regigigas. Okay. Manaphy and Fiona. I was actually one of those people that not only did I pre-order Diamond, or I got Diamond on launch day in 2007, but I also did the mystery gift in Pokemon Ranger, where you get a Manaphy egg that you can transfer into your Diamond and Pearl games, so that way you can get a Manaphy like at the beginning of Diamond and Pearl. That was a fun mission, and they actually had the blue egg like you saw in the ninth movie, which was pretty cool. All right. Who else am I forgetting here? Because there's a lot. Oh man, there's another like early stage that I'm forgetting. Something between Bronzong and Mime Jr. Bonsly and Sudowoodo. Okay. Alright, I know that there's some Gligar and Gliscor. Yeah. I was looking at some of these gaps here. I'm like, okay, well, it's got to be a Gen 2 evolutionary line because Gen 3 is done. So yeah, Gen 4 introduced so many evolutions and pre-evolutions. There's still a 3-stage between Mothim and Buizel, so that's pretty early in the decks. All right, let's think about Snover and Obama Snow, and Metacham for some reason, Frostlass and Platinum, Volkner had Luxray, Raichu, Ambipom, and Octillery for some stupid reason. Okay, Cyrus. What Pokemon did he have? I mean, Crobat, obviously, which is funny. I remember that from the memes. Gyarados, I think. Like a Weavile. I don't remember his team all that well. Alright, let's look at the Elite Four. Beautifly, Dustox, Drapion, Vespiquen, and Combi. Okay. And then Hippopotas, Hippowdon. Okay. I forget the rest of her team. There's a Golem, there's a Whiscash. Alright, then after her is Flint. Has a Lopunny for some reason, so Baneri. Steelix, Drifblim. No, not Drifblim. Yeah. And then Lucian has what, like a... I know he has the Alakazam. I know he's got a Bronzong. Yeah. Alakazam. I think I just said that. Cynthia. I got the Garchomp. That's her main one. Spiritomb. Togekiss. Gastrodon. Roserade. Okay, we'll skip that for now. Let's move on to Unova. So that would be Snivy, Superior, Servine, Tepig, Pignite, Emboar, Oshawott, Duwat, Samurott. Okay. Patrat and Watchog, Pidove, and Tranquil, Unpheasant. Alright, let's think of Ash's other Pokemon. Palpitoad, Seismitoad, Temple? Did I spell it wrong? There we go. Sandile, Crocorock, Crocodile, Leavanny, Swadloon. Yeah, and then Swaddle. Okay. Let's see, what else did Ash have? Because he had all three of the starters. He had Pidove. He had Bulldor. And Gigalith. Oh, what's the first form? Roggenrola? Yeah, okay. Oh, and Scraggy and Scrafty. Okay. I know that Silent had the monkeys. Let's go ahead and type all those in. So Pansage, Semisage, Semisear, Pansear, Panpour, Pansage. No. Semipour. There we go. He also had Dwebble and Crustle. I guess that was my Krusty Krab influence from watching SpongeBob for so many years. Oh yeah, he had a Stunfisk as well. And Iris had the Axew. She had Excadrill, Drillbur. Okay. And she had a Dragonite, but we already have that. Oh, did she have a Drud again? Okay. Alright, let's go through the gym leaders. Now, when I hit Gen 5, I didn't play these as often as I did the first 4 gens. So, I'm going to forget towns, I'm going to forget gym leader names. But let's go through. Lenora had a Watchog and a Stoutland or something, or maybe a Herdier, but Stoutland, Herdier, Lillipup, which makes me think of Purloin and Liepard. Munna and Musharna. Okay. Thinking of my team, because I know I had a Blitzel and Zebstrika. I know I had a Lilligant. Petalil. Petalil. There we go. Cottony and Whimsicott. Okay. Thinking of the bug gym leader, Berg. Because he had a Levani Whirlipede, I think. So Scolipede and Venipede. Okay. Okay. The desert. Oh, what's that thing with the Yamask? Yamask and Cofagrigus. Okay. And Sigilif. Okay, I'm glad I knew how to spell that. Which for some reason that makes me think of Chandelure. So Chandelure, Lampent, and Litwick. Okay. So that was kind of like the major ghosts of that generation. Let's go ahead and get the legendaries out of the way, which would be Reshiram and Zekrom and Kyurem and we got Landorus, Tornadus, and Thundurus, and Enamorus. Okay. Genesect. Oh yeah, we got the Swords of Justice, Virizion and Cobalion and Terrakion and Keldeo. Oh, who is this that's in between those? Meloetta, that's what it is. Because I'm thinking, like, I remember being green. Meloetta. There we go. Okay. So I got the legendaries out of the way. Oh, Emolga. Because of, Elise. Pachirisu. Okay. Did I get all the Pika clones so far? Alright. Going... I don't know what made me think of Ducklet and Swanna, because I'm at Clay right now, not Skyla, but Ducklet and Swanna. Unpheasant, she's probably got something else too. Clay had Excadrill. Randomly thought of the Clink line. Clink. Alright, Clink, Clang, and Clang. Okay, so I got those. Vanillish, Vanillite, Vanillux. We got Sock and Throw, Audino. You got the 3-stage line that's kind of like Mod Shop. So you have Conkeldurr, Timber, and Girder? How do you spell that? Girter. Alright, I gotta look up how to spell this guy. Okay. Girder. Jeez, that's a weird spelling. Okay. I got him. I don't think that's cheating if you're just looking up how to spell it. Because like I said, like you saw me type that guy in. Okay. Um, you also have the Carablast and Shelmet, Excelgor, and Escavalier. Okay. Who else? Oh, Cubchew and Beartick and Avalug. Oh, and Burmite. No, but what is that? Bergmite. Okay, well, I had the wrong generation there, but okay. Um, that's a lot in Gen 5. I mean, Gen 5 had so many new Pokemon. Maractus. That just popped in my head. Maractus. Larvesta. Volcarona. Okay. Zoroark. I thought of N for a second. Buffalant. Lomomola. Okay. The things that should have been evolved forms that weren't for some reason. Oh, the fossils. Tortuga? Tortuga? Toga? Caracosta. Okay, well, I got him. Tortuga? Turtoga? Man, how do you spell this one? That was close. I could have sworn I typed that in. Alright, then you have the Arcan and Archeops. Okay. So I got the fossils done too. Oh, Victini. I was looking at that space next to Snivy. So we got a 2-stage line between Gigalith and Drillbur. And another 1 stage between Lilligant and Sandile. Oh, Woobat and Swoobat. Because Jesse had one of those. Okay. Trying to think of the Elite Four, which, like I said, I don't know as well as other generations. I mean, like, well, Gen 5 and on. I should say I know the first 4 generations, like, really well. And then 5 through 9 are kind of more like, I know them, but they're a lot more recent to me. Because, like, I was an adult when the Unova games came out. Okay, well, let's come back to Unova in a little bit. Let's go on to Kalos. So we've got Chespin and Quilladin and Chestnut, Fennekin, Brixen, and Delphox. Froakie, Frogadier, and Greninja. Okay. So we got those. Bunnelby, Diggersby, Spupa, well, Scatterbug, and Vivian. Okay. Um. All right. So, oh, what is that three-stage line that's so early? Um. I know there you can get a Lit Leo and Pyroar close to that town, I think. There's another three-stage line. Oh, Fletchling. Fletchling. Fletchender. Talonflame. Okay. Thinking of my teams, Skiddo and Go-Goat. I also had Honedge, Dubblade, Aegis Slash. Okay. Yeah, I had those on my team. I also had an Esper and Meowstic. I also had a Tyrantrum. Okay, and then from there, Amora. Aurorus. Man, some of these are just really hard to spell. Even with the reference in front of me, Aurorasus. And then, alright. What do you evolve from? Mara. Okay. That's why. Okay. So let's think about the gym leaders here. I know that the fourth gym leader had grass types. I know that he had the Go-Goat. I'm forgetting some other grass types. Alright, who's the Pika clone? Denene? Dene? Okay. Got him. Oh, Helioptile and Heliolisk. Okay. Noivern, Noibat. Alright, let's get the legendaries out of the way. Which would be Xerneas, Yelviltal, okay. And Zygarde. We also had not Genesect, that's Gen 5. Some of the mythicals. Deante. Okay. Oh, so we got Mega Evolutions done. That's cool. Where are the other ones? Volcanion? Okay. There's one in between. It's not Zeraora, because that's, I think, Gen 7. Zeraora. Yeah. And it's not Zarude. Yeah. Oh, that's going to bother me. I don't know this this last mythical here. Oh, I had that barbarical. Okay. Skrelp, Dragalge. Okay. Yeah, I know you can get a Lapras in that. There's Lucario. The fighting type gym leader has the Mega Lucario. Who else does she have? A couple other fighting types, obviously. I just realized I didn't type in annihilate. Annihilate. There we go. Yeah, I kind of ignored Paldea and all the evolutions and the paradox and all that. Okay, so what are the other paradox Pokemon? Can I get any of those out of the way? Oh yeah, Iron Hand, um, Raging Bolt, Gouging Fire, and Walking Wake. Iron Leaves, Iron Sword. I don't know. I'll have to come back to the Cobalion one. I thought of Ursaluna, Ursaring, Teddiursa. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get Decidueye. And then Dartrix, Rowlet, Litten, Torracat, and Cineroar. And then Poplio, and U, and then Primarina. I just called it U because I'm like, I don't know how to pronounce that thing. It looks like Brian to me, and I know it's not Brian, but that's what that name looks like to me. Okay. And then Vikavolt, Grubbin, and Chargebug. Okay. Who else? Early Pokemon. Trumbeak, Toucanon, Picky-Peck. Okay. There's a 2-stage line. Oh, Yungoos and Gumshoos. Cabrawler, Crabominable, because I thought of the first oh man, what are they called? The Kahunas or whatever? That's not what they're called, are they? Okay. Yeah, and it was either the Raticate or the Gumshoos, depending on if you're playing Sun or Moon. And then on the second island, you have Lorantis and Ferrantis, or I don't know. I forget what the first form's called right now. I haven't had one on my team. But there's also Bounsweet, Steenie, and Serena. Alright, that's another one I gotta look up the name. Serena. There we go. Again, I'm not cheating. I knew what Pokemon it was, just didn't know how to spell it. Dewpider and Araquanid. There we go. Okay, I also had Salazzle and Salandit. There's also... Wait, do I have the Marowak on there? Yeah, I do. Okay. So that was the other trial. Oh, there was also the little fish that turns to the big fish. I'm forgetting what that one's called, but I just thought of Wimpod and Galisopod, Galisipod, Golisip. There we go. Oh, jeez. All right, let's get the legendaries out of the way. Tapu, Coco, Tapu, Fini, Tapu, Lele, Tapu, Bulu. Okay, so we got the 4 Island Guardians. We've got Lunala and Solgaleo. And oh, what's the other one? The big. I'm drawing a blank. I just randomly thought of Garbodor. Trubbish, because I was thinking of Guzzlord, and that made me think of Garbodor. Okay, Guzzlord, Kartana, Nihilego, Cephalon, Cephalon. All right, I'll come back to you. Poiple and Naganadel. Naganadel? Naganadel? Nago. Alright, I'll come back to you too. Stackataka? Okay. Trying to think of the other Ultra Beasts. So like I said, Blacephalon I know is one, and Naganadel or Naganadel is another one. I just thought of type Null. And Silvally. Oh, Cosmog, Cosmoem. Oh, Buzzwole. And then you have the other one that kind of looks like a sexy cockroach, which is a weird thing to say. Forgetting that one off the top of my head right now. I'll have to come back to some of those. Yeah, there's a lot of early routes and other trainers. Oh, Kamuo, Kamuo. Man, these are hard. Alola is hard. You also have Mudsdale and Mudbray. Mimikyu. Okay. That's cute. It bounced between the upright head and the broken head. The other trials. Who's the fairy one? Who's the Pika clone? Because isn't it like a... Is the Pika clone a fairy type? No, that's it's a steel type. Togedomaru. Togademaru? Yeah, there we go. Oh, who's the the little meteorite guy? Man, there's so many of them. I know their face, and I'm drawing a blank on their name right now. I knew this was going to happen. You hit like the hour and a half mark, you're going to start forgetting things. Um, Jeez. I was hoping to have a lot more than just that. The fact that I still have stuff in Sinnoh and especially stuff in Johto, like those two are a crime that I don't have all that. I kind of figured I'd have a lot more of Unova than I did. All right, let's move on to, well, I know that Meltan and Melmetal. All right, that clears that. All right, let's move on to Score Bunny, and Raboot and Cinderace, Grookey, Thwacky and Rillaboom and Sobble, Drizzile and Inteleon. Alright, Rookidee and Corvus Squire Corviknight. Okay, I also had a Boltund and Yamper. Also had a Dreadnought and Choodle. I had Blipbug and Dottler and who's the other one? The final form, Orbeetle. Squavit, there we go, and then Greedent, okay. Centis, Scorch, and who's the first form? I don't know. I thought of Eldegoss for some reason. Gossifleur. Whoa. Gossifleur. All right, we're gonna do some typing in, so I'm gonna have a little bit of a gap here just to type in a bunch of things that I know what they are, just don't know how to spell. Yeah, typed in Blacephalon, Naganadel, and Gossifleur. Okay. There was also Barrascuda, Iscuda. There we go. And Ericuda. How do you spell this one? Well, the first form of that, we'll come back to him. Dreadnought, which was what's her name? Nessa. Nessa's main. Oh, who's the little sheep? Wooloo. And I don't remember the second form right now. Some of these I'll have to come back to because like I'm forgetting those like yeah, Wooloo's Dubwool. There we go. Okay. Um, Toxel and Toxtricity. I used one of those. Hatenna. Hatterene. The second form. I'm forgetting right now. But you have Grimmsnarl. You have Impidimp. And the second form of that one. Oh, both those are hard. Like the second forms of both those. Runerigus. Okay. Oh, you have the fossils. Oh, geez. What are those fossils? Dracovish. Arctizolt. Arcticzolt. Isn't that what it's called? We have Dracovish. Dracozolt. There we go. Okay. Arctovish. There we go. Okay. And Arctozolt. Isn't that how it's spelled? Arctozolt. There we go. Okay, so I got all the fossils. Let's go ahead and get the legendaries Zacian, there we go, and Zamazenta Eternatus. Okay. There's also I know there's more legendaries than that. Yeah, Spectrier and Glacier, Calyrex. There we go. And there's the ice one. It's like Glacier or something. Oh, Regidrago and Regieleki. Okay. There's it's not all the legendaries. Oh, Cubfu and Urshifu. There we go. So I think that's all the legendaries except for the ice horse, which is like Glacier or something. I'll come back to him. Other early routes. Oh, more Peko, because I thought of Marnie. Yeah, because Piers had the Obstagoon. Other dark types. All right, let's go back to that. Ghost types, because Alistair had the Gengar and the fighting type had the Machamp. Leon had Charizard. Yeah, I'm thinking of like aces, I guess. Oh, the elephants that Rose had. Copperaja, Copperaja, Copparaja. That's how you spell it, right? Okay, well, I got the first form. There we go. Um, this is hard. There, like, I've got 779 of 1,025, and I've not even really touched Paldea yet. So, I'm doing pretty good. I'm just bothered by the fact that I'm missing four in Sinnoh, two of them being evolutionary lines of previous gens, which are probably two of them in Johto. So once I think of Johto, I'll think of like half the stuff in Sinnoh as well. But oh man, Univa's just kind of a wreck right now. Same with Alola. Um, hmm. Yeah, thought of All right, let's move on to Paldea. So we've got Fuecoco and Crocolore, Skeledirge, Sprigatito, Floragato, and Meowscarada. And then we have Quaxley, Quaxwell, Quackquavel? How do you spell it? Quackquavel? How? Okay, Quax. Yeah, okay, so Quackquaville. Quack. Had to mix it up with me on the final form, huh? There we go. Okay, so we got the starters out of the way. We also have. All right, let's just go through my teams in Scarlet and Violet. I already got Clodsire in there. We got Palmy, Palmo, 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 and Palmot. Okay. We have Capsicid and Scovillain. Okay. There's Flamigo, Frigibax, Artibax, and Baxcalibur. There we go. Kilowattrill and Wattrill. Houndstone, Greavard, which makes me think of the other dogs, Mastiff and Mabostiff. Okay. Dachsbun and Fido. Okay. Thinking of the birds and the bugs, Spidops and Tarantula. Tarantula. There we go. You can also find. Oh, who's? I got the birds. I've got the bugs. Who is the? Oh, Lechonk. And Oinkolone. There we go. All right. A two-stage line. All right. Well, I'm thinking of Reller and Crabscar. Okay. Flittle and I'm forgetting the second form of that one. It'll come to me. Are there fossils in Paldea? I'm sure there are. All right, we'll come back to that. Okay. Sunkern and Sunflora. Okay, those were a couple. Yeah, I was thinking of the grass gym trial. I don't remember his actual Pokemon though, but Orthworm. There we go. And the bird Bombardier or Bombardier, however you would say that. Bombardier or Erdier. Yeah. Okay. And Varoom and Revaroom. Rev There we go. Okay. Yeah, because that's all the Team Star. They have one of those. Who is the Pika clone? No, Palmy is the Pika clone. That's right. There's. I am seriously drawing a blank here. All right, well, let's go ahead and get Miraidon and Koraidon. Let's get those out of the way. And Cyclizar. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we got the legendaries out of the way, or at least the big ones. Well, you also do have Ogerpon, Monkey Dory. Is it like that? No, it's. How do you spell this? All right. Okie dokie. Yeah, okay. We got him. Pheasantipity. All right. Monkey Dory. All right. Pecharunt. Okay, we got him. The turtle. I'm drawing a blank right now. I mean, I've named over 800 of them so far, so that's pretty good. So I'm missing 4 in Johto and 4 in Sinnoh. 2 of them being evolutions. Who am I forgetting? I'm missing some Hisuian Pokemon as well, which there weren't a lot of those. Basculin, and Basculegion. Okay. So missing 3 in Squawkabilly. How do you spell that? Squawkabilly. Squawk. Because I'm thinking of him, Squawkabilly, along with the other bird from Alola. Okay, well, I'll come back to that one too, because yeah, I've hit an hour and a half and I've really slowed down. Okay, I just thought of a few. So Klefki, Gothita, Gotharita, Gothitelle, and then along with that you have the Reunic. All right, Duosion. So you have that Reuniclus. Solosis, yeah. Yeah, so I don't know why Klefki made me think of all the psychic types. Re, Reun. Okay, there we go. I thought I spelled it right, but yeah. So I was able to think of all of those. Um, oh, Sinisty, Sinis Chai. Yeah, there's another regional variant for Sinisty and um, Sinisty is the first form. It's another ghost pun. Poltegeist. Poltegeist. And Polchai Geist. Polchuggeist. There we go. Polchuggeist. Sinischa. Sinischa. There we go. Okay, yeah. I got both of those. Hydrapple, which makes me think of the others. Appleton. And then you have Flapple and Applin and Diplin. Okay. And Hydrapple also made me think of Hydreigon and Zweilous and Dino and Iron Jugulus. Okay. So is that all the pseudo legendaries at least? No. Gumi, Sliggoo, and Gudra. So I'm missing just one more in Hisui, and I would have all of those. But I don't know what that last thing would be. Yeah, I want to at least hit 900 without help. That'd be pretty cool. And then like the last 125, um, there's a shadow thing. Uh, yeah, that'll maybe I'll do that when I hit like 900, 950 or whatever to help me fill in the rest of the gaps. Because this is bothering me. How am I missing 4 in Johto? And they're going to be something forgettable too. Like, I forgot Sunkern and Sunflora for the longest time because like nobody uses them. There are so many weak Pokemon in Johto. Like Stantler. Trying to think of all these one-offs that might not be a one-off anymore that can help me fill in some of these other gaps. And okay, well, Braviary. That was the last of the. Okay, Hisui's done. Rufflet, Volibite, and Buzz. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're making some good progress with our stuff here. Like we've got a lot of categories, and we've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them knocked out, and a lot of them are super close to being done too. One of them being Monkey Dory. Let's just see on how you spell that. I could have sworn I typed that in. Monkey Dory. There we go. So we're missing 4 of the new ones from the Paldea expeditions. I know what one of them is. One of them being the Cobalion and maybe Terrakion's the other one. Oh, Roaring Moon. Yeah, because you had like Roaring Moon and Iron Valiant at the end of the Pokedex for some reason. Like separated from the 4 portal legendaries. I know that those are like Chien Pao or something. Okay, I just guessed. That was one of them. And like Chi-Yu. Okay. The other 2, oh geez, I'm gonna need help on the other 2. Well, I got 2 of the 4 just by typing in. It's like Ling Yao or Ling Yo, Zing Yao. But these last 4 in Johto, oh, that's bothering me. All right, let's just go through these. Because, like, Weavile, Magnezone, Licky Licky, Electivire, Magmortar, Togekiss, and Mega, the Evolutions, Gliscor, Mamoswine, Porygon Z, Glade, Probopass, Dusknoir, Frostlass. You also have these 2, and you've got these 3, and Mantike. What other like evolutions was I excited about? Problem is, I don't know. I don't think these are going in. These are not going in order of like evolutions of Gen 1, evolutions of Gen 2, and so on. Because you got like Weavile, which is Gen 2, and then this is a Gen 1. This is a Gen 1. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking out loud here. Okay, well, I just thought of Surfetched. Yeah, because Galar was another one that had a lot of evolutions and what was it? Morgram? Okay, I got the second form of that one. Okay. Unova. There's still a lot of gaps here. Can't believe it took me that long to figure out the pseudo legendary. I got all the main characters. Oh, Jellicent and Frillish. Finion, Luminion. Okay. So that's that. So yeah, these last two that I'm missing in Sinnoh are evolutions of probably these last Gen 2s. Or two of the four Gen 2s. Pancham and Pangoro? Yeah. Okay. So that was another big one. Any other Pokemon that Ash had, Brock had, Misty? Because obviously I got all of Ash's Kanto and all of his Hoenn because I got all those cleared. Anything in Sinnoh? Anything in Brock had Krogunk, Happiny, Sudowoodo. I think that was it for his Sinnoh team. Because the Happiny evolved into Chansey. His Johto team was... yeah, nothing's really jumping out. Team Rocket didn't have anything I don't already have. Ah, Pumpkaboo and Gorgeist. And Trevenant, and the first form, Phantom. Okay. Yeah, thinking of that forest before you reach the fairy gem. And also Pumpkaboo, Gorgeist was something that Jesse had. Who did James have during that generation? I kind of stopped watching after Gen 5, so everything else is just based off memory of like looking at the Cerebi guides every now and then, just seeing what the updated teams were, and like, oh, cool, somebody got this new thing. Yeah. Oh, Iron Wings. No. No, yeah, Volcarona. It's an iron something. But you also have the the primitive Volcarona. Yeah, those are the two. Those are two of them that I'm missing. Okay. Yeah, at 870 right now. You got a big gap and another big gap. Oh, Heatmore and Durant and Turtonator. There we go. Okay, we got that one. And you also have Grapple Locked and Clobopus. There we go. Okay, I got him. Cramorant. All right, I think now I'm going to go through, because there are some Pokemon that, another round of things I know, but I don't know how they're spelled. So let's skip ahead to that. Okay, well I got Aracuda and Fomantis out of that small gap. I was hoping there was more, but I'm looking at evolutionary lines and I'm not seeing any that are just incomplete. Okay, yeah. All of the Oh, that's weird because all of the um Alolan variants are based off of Kanto Pokemon, but all the Kanto Pokemon are filled out. But it's in that section because you got Sandshrew, you got Vulpix, you got Exeggutor. Oh, then again, you got Marowak up here. But I have a feeling that this has got to be related to regional variants. And you got. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's right. It was the Kameo. Okay, well, Como was the final form. I was thinking of the first form. Jangmo and Hakumo. Oh, Hakumo. Hakamo. Oh, okay. Oh, that took a while to get those in there. So I got all of the pseudos. No. Who's it? Who is the pseudo in Sword and Shield? Um. Okay, well, I thought of a different Pokemon, the Archulodon, and um the first form, um du, do Rowludon. Okay, well, it's not the pseudo legendary. That actually is just as powerful as a pseudo legendary though, but it's not a pseudo legendary because it's not in the Slowick group. I think maybe it is, but I know it's not a 3-stage line. And that's Dreepy. Okay, yeah, Dreepy and Dracloak and Drag Drag Up Okay. Okay, well, we got the pseudo legendary in every region now. Right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm almost to 900, which, like I said, I think when I hit 900, I'll do the shadow thing, just so that way we could speed this up and I won't be here for 24 hours. We're already at the 2-hour mark, but I want to hit 900 without any help, or, well, like I said, I had to look about a spell, but, who's over here? These are really early. Okay, wait, there's what, Carkol? Carkol? Which makes me think of the Knackly, Knackle Stack, and Garganacl. Okay, we got that line. I don't know why the Carkle line. What are those? Carkle is the middle form. I can't remember the first and third one right now. I'm sure it'll come to me. I even used one in sword or a shield. Okay, we got both of those. And that I had another thing in my head while I was typing in Sandy Gas and Palisand, and I think it was a Gen 8. And I don't remember what it was. Oh, no. It was another Gen 7. Puku Muku. Puku Muku. Okay. A 3-stage line after Boltund, and a 2-stage line after Orbeetle. And man, I got this entire gap here. And this is still bothering me. These are still bothering me. But I figure after 5 more, we'll have the shadow thing. Because that means I was able to name 900 without really any help. Oh, 2 more. 2 more Gigantamax. Oh, Berserker. Okay, yeah, the other Meowth evolution. Yeah, I was thinking through some of the other Gigantamax, and I remembered the Meowth, which made me think of Berserker. But that still leaves me with 3 Gigantamax, and they're all in Galar. Deerling and Sawsbuck. I looked at Skiddo and Go-Goat and made me think of Deerling. Okay. Okay, Slitherwing. That was what the Iron Moth. Okay, it was really that simple. Okay, do I really want to switch over to the maybe I'll make sure, because I want to it's kind of a pride thing of I was able to get this far without really any help outside of spelling. So I want to just make sure that I'm good before I. Oh yeah, the little fish that becomes the school of fish. I'm forgetting that one's name. Wishy-washy? Yeah. Yeah, Cobalion and Terrakion's iron, whatever they are. Paldea. I feel like I should have more filled out in Paldea. I mean, this is golden go golden go and Gimme Ghoul. Could have sworn I typed that in. Okay. Okay, we'll do shadows. Cannot be undone without reset. Sure. Rhyperior. And Tangrowth. And Gramble and Snubble. And Smeargle. And Shuckle. Okay. So now those are done. And okay, Hoopa was the other legendary. And Carbink I should have gotten when I put in Dainchi. And Clawitzer, Clauncher. Oh yeah, Inkay. That was James's Pokemon in Kalos. And Malamar. Malamar. And I used one of those in Ultra Sun. Oh, and Golett, Golurk. Poniard, Bisharp, King Gambit. Okay. Tynamo. How did I forget that? Those are great Pokemon there. Electric. And Electros. Oh, yeah. Electros. Okay. Minior. That was the meteor thing. Other Gen 5. Oh, Joltik and Galvantula and Darumaka, Darmanitan, Minccino, and Chinchino, Fungus, Amoongus. Okay. Drampaw, Bruxish. Yeah, nobody remembers that thing. Marshadow. And, the other, oh, geez, what's it called? Magearna. Okay, looking at, Fur. Okay, you got him. Spritzy. Yeah, those are dumb Pokemon. Aromatisse. Okay. And Slurpuff and Swirlix. Yeah, all four of those are just really stupid Pokemon. What is this 3-stage line? What is... Oh, Halucha. Yeah, this 3-stage line here. Oh, Flabebe. Okay. Flabebe, Floette, and Floor. I overcomplicated it. All right, Kalos is done. Okay, Silicobra and Sandaconda. Sandaconda? Okay. Oh, Milkery and Alchemy. That's right. Alchemy. Wait, there's still a... Oh, right. Cryogonal LGM. All right. BHM. Okay. You got Ferocide. Okay. Is it this? Pharaoh seed. Thorn. Okay, I gotta look up those guys. The one thing I didn't think of. Okay. Oh, then you have wait, where was I looking at? Oh yeah, Mian Shao and Mian Fu. There we go. Unova is done. So the first 6 generations plus Mega Evolution is done. So moving on to Rockruff. I had one of those. Rockruff and Lycanroc. Okay. And then you have Toxapex, and I'm forgetting the first form. Oh, Morolol and Shinotic? Okay. Oh, what is that thing next to Dugtrio? Now you have... Oh, man, and I just recently saw the inspiration for the 2 little bug things. I recently saw what animal these things are based off of, and I'm forgetting their names. Okay. Oh. Rangaroo and Passimian. Okay. And Comfy. Yeah, it's one of the forgettable ones. Toxapex was the evolved form. I'm forgetting the first form. And what is... Oh, yeah, that's, okay, that's the bird. Yeah, the dancing bird. And, like, each island is based off of, a different, like, style of dance, like cheerleading and um, oh, what's it called? All right, we'll come back to that. Nicket and oh, what's Nicket's evolved for? It's got the little mustache. Snom and Frostmoth and Ice Cube. Stone Journer, Phalanx, Isn't that something? I'm thinking of a Pokemon, right? Um, Pin Kirchen. Okay. All right. Let's look at these. Graphii and Shrootle. Okay. Low Kicks and its first form. Tandem Mouse Hold. Oh, Belly Bolt and Tadbold. Okay. Espartha. Espatha. It's something like that. Man, I'll come back to that one. Oh, Ceruledge and Charcadet and Tatsugiri. Okay, and then the big catfish thing that kind of reminded me of Barboach. You also had Veluca or Veruca Veluza. There we go. Oh, you had Arbolive. No. Something like that. Oh. Well, I typed something in. Oh, the Tinkatink line. Tinkatink, Tinkatun, Tinkatuff. Yeah. I forgot about them. Okay. You also had Glimora and Glimet. Okay. That was the champions ace. Who is this other Paradox next to Fluttermane? I could have sworn I typed in that version of Phalanx, but I guess I didn't. So anyway, I got one more. So I've gotten 992 of 1,025. And we're almost done. There's just a few of them that I'm forgetting. Like I don't even know what this thing is. And I am forgetting these guys' names here. Those guys. Oh, Stuffle. Okay. The where. Stuffle. Like that. Okay. Uh, Indeedy. Okay. Yeah. That was a name that just popped in my head. Seriously, guys, I'm not cheating when these names just pop in my head. I know that that's hard to believe when I'm just like, Indeedy, is that a name? Oh yeah, it is. Like I legit just popped up in my head that name, and there we go. Um, Oricorio. That was the other one. And did I ever type in Squawkabilly? I don't think I did. So I gotta look up how to spell Squawkabilly. I could have sworn that that was what I typed in, but I guess I didn't. Okay, well, we got Squawkabilly. So we've got almost 1,000 of them. What is this? I forgot this thing existed too. This is bothering me. It's like on the tip of my tongue. Um, th- thieve, thievel. Okay, because I'm thinking like, okay, nick it. It's like a thief. It nicks things. It steals things, and it's like thief. Yeah, that one's drawing a blank. The anchor. He's a grass. He's a grass ghost type. Um, this thing, it's probably a version exclusive because I think Tortinator was. Um, okay, low kicks and um, whatever the first form is. This thing is bothering me. I don't know what this. What is that? And what is this? And then I got these two here, and they're iron something. Iron Iron sword, iron head, iron as an attack. Um, Iron spikes, iron. Iron rock. I iron. Yeah, because okay, Kabalion's is already a steel type. Steel and fighting. They're all fighting types. Kabalion's a steel, a fighting steel type, and Cobalion no Terrakion's a ground type, rock type, iron ground, iron rock, iron boulder, iron boulder. Cool. Um, Okay, yeah, it's like Terapagos or something because it's like Galapagos, but it's a turtle. Terapagos. I know I'm close on that spelling. Going up Terapagos. That makes sense because like it also has terrestrialize in the name too. That's very clever. That's got to be one of the most cleverly named Pokemon. Honestly, Gen 9 was really clever on the names. Like Fido, come on, that's clever. That is like one of the like if I was to rank like names on clever, like Terapagos would be towards the top. Fido would definitely be towards the top. Um, we got the last two of the portal legendaries. Um, and like I said, I know that there are like Chinese sounding names. Cause it was like Xin Pao and all that, and um, Chiyu, and it's like Xing Yao, Xing Lo, Xing Lu. Um, I'll come back to that one. Kamala, that's a vice president. Komala. There we go. Top 10 Kamala Harris. I'm sure now a lot of people, if they caught a Kamala, they would probably name it Harris or something. I mean, come on, the name is right there. Kamala, yeah. Um, oh, jeez, I'm so close. 23 more, and I've named all 1,025. And like some of these are on the tip of my tongue, but there's a few here, like this thing, that I don't know what it is. And I know that Espertha, Espathra. Okay. Um, and then you have the Carkle line, because yeah, because it's something like this. Carkle, Car. No way. Just Carkol. Yeah, Carkol. Okay. And the other one's like Colossal. 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 Okay, and that was the last of the Gigantamax as well. Um, all right, so we got the first form of him. We got the first form of Centiscorch, which was like Burnipede. I don't know. Because I don't think it has the Scorchipede. Um, Cutie Fly. That was. And Rebombi. Okay. So, yeah, I've got. I'm so close to the end. I got you, and you, and you, and I'm done with Alola. I've got you and you. and you, and you. I've got a handful here. And then you, right. This is hard. I'm down to my last, like, oh, I got less than 20 to go. Roly Coly. There we go. These two especially bother me because I've used these. I have a Centiskorch and Sword, and I've got a Hatterene and Shield. Why can't I remember the middle, like the first form? And why can't I remember the middle form here? And then, what is this? And what is this? And I know what these look like. Isn't one like Dolive or something? Okay, Dolive is the middle form of that one. I'm almost at 3 hours. I've got how many to go? 16. It's just down to Alola, Galar, Paldea. And this is kind of Paldea as well. Yeah, low kicks. What was the... It's like a cricket or a nimble. Because I was thinking like, yeah, okay, because I'm thinking like cricket, and I'm like, no, it's like cicada. And I'm like, I'm thinking like nymph. Nimble. And then the evolved form of Bramblin. And I know it's like Bramblegast or something, but it's not popping up for me. I'm probably just spelling it wrong. I swear I typed that in like 8,000 times in that spelling, but it wasn't that spelling. All right, well, that's one more. Okay, and now I gotta figure out this thing, the last of the Paradox, and these guys. So, yeah, we got... Yeah, it's a past Paradox. So, yeah, we've got Great Tusk, Green Tail, Fluttermane, Slitherwing, Sandy Shocks, Iron Treads, Iron Bundle, Iron Hand, Iron Jugulus, Iron Moth, Iron Thorns, Roaring Moon, Iron Valiant. Just kind of going through this real quick. Because, I mean, obviously it's like Tentacool and Toadstool and all that. Trying to think of some of the other things. Like, I mean, Sandy Shocks, of course, like I said. I know that in Johto, yeah, Donphan had 2 variations. And wherever, yeah, Delibird had the Iron Bundle. Hoenn, yeah, we had Roaring Moon out of, like, Hoenn, basically. We had, Hariyama. Was there any in Sinnoh? I don't know. Unova. That's it. It was oh man. Amoonguss. He had a past Paradox. Um, Brute Bonnet, I think. Brute Bonnet, okay. So now I'm down to 3 and a Lola, 4 and Paldea, 1 here, and then 3 here. Hatena, Hatterene, Hat. It's hat something. It's either something hat or hat something. And I. So you have that. You've got Send a Scorch. And I think it's something peed. Because, like, centipede. And I don't remember what the thing is called. And that, like I said, that bothers me because I had one on my team. And I know that it's a fire type, and something peed. It's not Burnipede. I'm kind of glad it's not, because that sounds kind of dumb. Scorchipede. I know I'm close with that name. Sizzle? Sizzlipede. Okay. Jeez. I'm at 3 hours. I'm almost done. I've got 12 left. I've got this guy and this guy. And, like, I know this one's name. But I just don't. I don't know. You've got the Iron whatever Cobalion. You got these last 2 portal things. Whatever this thing is. And the catfish. It's like Dodano. I want to say Dodongo, but that's Zelda. Dondo's. Okay. Yeah, as soon as I said Dodongo, I'm like, well, yeah, that kind of sounds right. Dodonzo? I kind of forgot what I typed in already. It's a woo something, right? And the other one is like a. I keep wanting to say Ling Yao, and I know that's not right. I don't even know what that's from. Is that from some anime that I've watched? Ling Yu, Ling Tu. Wing Tu, Wingju, Jinglu. Oh man. Tinglu. I knew it was like a Jing or Ling or Tinglu. Like, at least everybody else, I have an idea. Well, outside of Brute Bonnet. But, like, everybody else so far is like, oh yeah, I know what that is. I just had to think of the name. This thing, I don't even know what it is. Hat trim. Hat trim. Hatena. Hat trim. Hatterene. I'm probably pronouncing those names wrong, but okay. We've got 3 in Alola. We got 1 in Galar. 2 in Paldea. And then 1 in this Paldea Expeditions. Iron something Cobalion. I know I'm confident on this. Just the spelling is Arm Rouge. Okay. And then you have Dolive and Arboliva and or Arbolive or something. The first form, Smalliv. Smalliv. There we go. All right, I think I'm gonna have to cheat on the Spectrier one because like the Glacier something Glacier. Okay. So I was right. I was saying Glacier. It's Glacier. Okay. So Galar is done. We've got 6 more to go. 3 of them being in Alola, and then 3 of them from Paldea. I don't know what the anchor is called. Delmise! The name just popped in my head. Delmise. Yeah. So I'm trying to think of like... Oh, man. That one, I really had to search on that one. Okay. 5 more. Like everybody else, I know what they are. Celesteela. Okay, we got all the Ultra Beasts done. Now it's just a matter of Toxapex's first form, the last of the portal things, and whatever is next to Toedscruel. Which I'm kind of at the point now that I'm like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and look up Toxapex's first form. It'll be like, oh yeah, I knew that, but I don't think I've ever used one. And it's bothering me because James used one in the show. And I know that as soon as I look up the name, I'll be like, oh, that's what it is. And I just don't know what it is off the top of my head. So let's go ahead and cheat on Toxapex. Well, I would not have gotten that. I mean, maybe eventually. And honestly, Celesteela, I kind of had to cheat on that one too because I didn't even remember what that thing looked like. Okay, so yeah, we're down to our last 3. We got this guy, and then him, and then him. And I've never used any of these because I missed out on all the mystery gifts. So it all comes down to friends trading me things for data on all the Walking Wake and Gouging Fire and all that. These weird portal things. Yeah, I guess a couple of them. Wo Chien was the last one. I know I was close, but my brain is kind of fried. I've been at this for over 3 hours now. So yeah, there's some of these that Okay, yeah, our last one. Let's go ahead and cheat because I just don't know what that thing is. Oh, really? I was thinking through all of the trials. I'm like, oh yeah, you have Orthworm, you have Great Tusk, Bombardier. I've heard it pronounced both ways. Cloth. How did I forget Cloth? Oh, well, well done. You named all the Pokemon in 3 hours and 16 minutes. And I used 127 shadows. Yeah, half the shadows I probably could have figured out on my own, but I hit 900. But there were some of those in there that I don't know. I would not have guessed. Like I never I caught all the portal things. I'm just like, oh, this thing has a weird name, and I managed to memorize a couple of them because like I felt like I needed to, but yeah, those guys were confusing. Cloth, I'm disappointed in myself on that one. Marini, Cloth, and the fact that it took me so long to figure out like Hat Trim and Sizzlipede, because I'm like, I used those two, and I like Cloth. It's I don't know. He's kind of derpy, but I like it. Um, yeah. So anyway, this is pkmnquiz.com. I have a link in the description below if you guys want to try this out for yourself. Take my failures, come up with your own theories of like, I don't know, if you want to do like all the starters together, cool. Or if you want to do what I did and do like, okay, let's try to do as many Kantos as possible. Focus on like important characters in the anime or gym leaders and Elite Four members. Those were some of the things that I used. Obviously, if you guys watched, um, that was fun though. It hurt my brain in the last hour, but I did it. Well, I would have guessed. I guessed over 900 of them. I probably would have guessed over 950 had I not hit the shadow button as soon as I did. Because there were some of those I'm like, oh yeah, that's this thing, and yeah, it took me a lot longer than it should have on Tangrowth and Rhyperior. Because I filled out Tangela and I'm like, oh yeah, Tangela, because that's Erica, and Rhydon, which is Giovanni, and I forgot they had evolved forms until I looked at the shadow thing. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. So, that is this video. Yeah, it took me over 3 hours. Hope you enjoyed. Um, yeah. And like I said, I got the thing in the description below. Like this video, subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram. I have a Discord where you can follow me on there. We can talk about Pokemon more on there. How well did you guys do? Post that in the comments below on how well you guys did and how long it took you. And if you say it only took you like 30 minutes, I know you're lying. You got to come up with a better time than that. I'll probably be like, wow, that's impressive. But I also know you're lying. So don't lie. All right. I'll see you guys in another video. Goodbye.